in her eyes. Found something I like, yeah. Weren't even my type.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Manuela. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. So for today's video, I'm going to be filming a 20 things I've learned at 20. It's going to be a deep one. I always watch these types of videos. I love them. I just find that I learn so much from other people who are older than me, you know, they've been through it. So I thought, you know what, let me do this video. I'm just speaking on my personal experience, and this is more of like a note to self type of video. And yeah, I just turned 20 not long ago, a few weeks back. So yeah, I'm 20 and it's so weird to say this. Every day I'm learning, every day I make mistakes, and that's part of life. That's a part of life. Okay, so let's get started. Number one thing I've learned, it's okay to say no. It's not rude to say no, it's assertive. And I just always used to please loads of people, just because I never want to let people down or see people upset or disappointed, and I'd find it really hard to say no. But the older I get and the more life experience I have, I just realise you have to say no sometimes, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You need to put you first. You need to think about your mental health, think about how you're feeling. By committing to something you don't want to do, you're going to be doing it half-heartedly, and then the results you're going to get aren't the ones you want. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. And the people who are close to you will understand. We all struggle, we all go through things, and sometimes you're not going to feel your best, and sometimes what is best for you is to say no. That ties into a lot of things. That ties into not replying for a few days until you feel like you can actually pick up your phone and reply. You're not obliged to if you don't want to. But yeah, that's something I've learned throughout life. I realised how valuable time is. Just because you get an invite to something, it doesn't mean you're meant to be there. It doesn't mean it's what's right for you. But at the same time, take risks. Life is too short to not take risks. So it's quite hard. It's like, learn how to say no when you want to say no, but also learn how to say yes when you feel like saying no. Sometimes you have to say yes in order to grow outside of your comfort zone. You've got to take risks. Point number 2. Not everyone has the same heart as you. Oh my god. I learned this the hard way. What I'm trying to say is, don't allow that to discourage you or to change your personality. Sometimes your judgment of character is wrong, and that's okay. There are so many times things have happened to me, I'm just like, I would never do that to you, ever. But it is what it is, and you can't change the situation. The things that you do out of the kindness of your heart, other people could also do the same thing, however they require something back. That's the best way to put it, I think. There are some people that will only do things for you when it benefits them. I just feel like, don't let negative people or negative situations change your character and how you are as a person. You know, if you're a nice person with a good heart, keep that. Don't think, oh, I'm going to change the way I am and be bitter and like be on the same level as them so they know how it feels. No, don't do that, because you're only hurting yourself. Just know that in the future good things are coming and you're going to meet people who have the same heart as you. Okay, so point number 3. Just because you are self-taught, it doesn't mean you're less capable or less knowledgeable. It's about the application of what you learn. People tend to look down on people who don't have the necessary resources to acquire certain skills. However, I feel like the things you learn by yourself, no one can ever take that away from you, because you have had to go through the learning curves over and over and over and over. Like, that knowledge is with you forever because you went through it. You went through the sleepless nights, you went through the, how the hell am I going to do this? Everything that you feel like is holding you back. That's what makes you you. That's what makes you stand out. That's what makes you different. That's what makes your work unique, because there's that personal feel to it. Sometimes you might feel like you haven't got the resources to do something, you haven't got the money. No, don't be ashamed of your upbringing. Don't be ashamed of anything, because some things you can't control in life and some things you can, and one of the things you can control is your attitude, you know, your perspective, the way you view things. Everyone goes through different life experiences, so some things I'm talking about will make no sense to others, whereas some will be able to relate. I think the main message is kind of like, be self-aware and be aware of the skills that you have and the talent you have. And you might look at someone and be like, oh, this person's so professional. They probably went through the same thing you're going through. To be where they are, they were once where you were. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Basically, note to my younger self, I just say, believe in yourself. What is meant for you is always going to be for you. It's going to work out. Stop doubting yourself. Have more confidence in what you know, because you know a lot. And just know that your time will come. Yeah, that's all I can say. Point number 4, I put down, you are responsible for your happiness. Do more of what brings light into your heart. Oh, so cute. You make you happy. You're responsible for your happiness. And oh my god, negative people, you don't need them around you. And sometimes you can be so surrounded by that you don't even realize. You don't realize the impact it's having on you because you're so consumed by it. You have nothing to compare it to. And then someone treats you right and you're like, why are you being so nice to me? No, that's the way you should be treated on a regular. That's the bare minimum. Anyone who's bad vibes has to go. You will realize that the minute you're surrounded by good energy. Like, I literally, every day I wake up and I'm like, I love the life I have right now. Not every day is the best day of my life. You know, we're human beings. But I have definitely implemented changes into my life where I can wake up and be like, I'm grateful for this, and I genuinely mean it and I feel it. The only way to get more of what makes you happy in life is to be grateful for what you already have. Okay, point number 5. The world does not revolve around you. That's something you learn. As a child, you literally feel like the world revolves around you. Like when I was younger, this is like younger, like 5 or something obviously, I used to literally think houses were free. So that's why when people would say, I can't wait to be an adult, I'm like, yeah, you get a free house. Ridiculous. Now I'm here in London paying rent. It ain't free. The more you grow up, the more you realize people have their own problems. Just because you're happy doesn't mean that your best friend has to be happy. Sometimes you don't see beyond your life, and you have to realize that people have their own lives. And as a child, I didn't recognize that as a child. That's what it is. You can forgive on your own terms. Not everything requires closure. Basically, when a conversation is over, you don't say end of convo. The conversation just stops because there's a natural pause. You don't feel like you can't move on to another topic without saying all you know about that certain topic. I hope this makes sense. So think of it like that. That's a big life lesson I've learned. Sometimes all you need to do is take time out for yourself, think about the situation. You can even write a letter to that person to say how you're feeling, stuff like that. As long as you can get it off your chest, you can move on to the next chapter of your life without feeling this massive burden on your shoulders. I've realized life is way too short to hold grudges. I've realized as well, a grudge is never actually between two people. The grudge you have with someone else is basically holding a grudge with yourself. You're not being healthy with yourself. You're not allowing yourself to grow or move on from this situation. You're not for everyone, and not everyone's for you. Don't live to please others, or you will live a miserable life of codependency where you constantly seek approval from people who don't know or care for you personally. Oh my god. Yeah, just don't depend on people, don't rely on people. Some people will already have made their mind up about you and your personality without getting to know you first, personally. You know the person you are. Their opinions on you and your character and who you are as a person, that's on them. That's not for you to know. If we were meant to actually care and like know what every single person thinks about us, we'd know. We don't know for a reason. Okay, so number 8 is check yourself. Maybe you're the toxic one. That is so important. Maybe you're the one putting in minimal effort. You're responsible for knowing where you went wrong and owning up to your actions and looking at areas of your life and upgrading them. It's not every day, oh, this person's a bad person. It's not every day, oh, this person's not messaging me. Have you tried to message them? He's not putting in the effort. Why should I? Well, guess what? That person is literally thinking the same thing that you are, so now you're both not talking. You have to be self-aware. You have to look at yourself and, you know what? I went wrong here. I messed up here. I shouldn't have said that. You need to be able to identify your toxic traits. I think it's amazing and shows a lot of self-awareness if you can pinpoint where you go wrong. We're not perfect. We're not perfect. We're all learning, and when you can pinpoint these things, you can then learn how to control them. You can learn how to discipline your emotions and your mind. No one wants to admit where they go wrong. You need to. You have to. Like, you literally have to. Because it's so easy to say, this person messed up. Just being able to say I'm sorry and genuinely meaning it, it will benefit the relationships in your life in a healthy way. Number 9 says you can actually do it. Anything you truly want, you will achieve. And I live by that, literally. Not everyone wants to see you do good, but that's not their job. It's yours. And the crowd goes crazy. Anything you want to achieve, you can do, and no one can say anything to stop you. You are responsible. This year, like 2020, has literally made me realize, just do it. And when you literally just get up and do it, even if it's something small, that little act of getting up and doing it, don't think about it, just literally do it. I feel like thinking about it, like to the point where you're overthinking, like, oh my god, I'm gonna do it, and you're like, nah. The minute I stopped caring about what other people think, I was like, you know what? This is gonna benefit me. I'm doing this for my future, and I'd rather give it a go than not try at all. For me, personally, the worst thing is regret and looking back and being like, oh, I wish I did that. Why didn't you do it? Because of the opinions of other people. You are responsible for your life. don't think negatively so quickly. You know, be aware of the challenges, but who says you can't overcome these obstacles? There's more solutions than there are problems. Comment down below. Are there more solutions than there are problems? Fake it till you make it. Show up or show out. If there's an opportunity, take it. And trust me, do it and you will see the result. Every time I go to like an audition or something, I've been like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. I always end up meeting someone where I'm like, you know what, if I didn't come, I wouldn't have met you. Go for it. Go for it. There's nothing to lose. I was reading a book the other day. It said something that I was like, whoa, that's so true. We don't fear the unknown. We fear the loss of the known. Because if you think about it, the absence of the sense of familiarity is what we're scared of. Mistakes are truly the best way to learn. They will be embarrassing in the moment and you may cringe when you look back. It's the best method to soak information in, and that is facts right there. Because like, if you don't make mistakes and you don't experience life, then how are you going to learn new things? Last year, when I moved to London, oh my god, tell me why I got so lost one day. I was like, why can't I find this bus stop? I was using Google Maps, I couldn't find the bus stop. I felt like people were staring at me thinking, what is she doing? In my head, I was like, what is the reason? What is the reason? Tell me why the bus stop was literally next to where I was in the first place. So I spent ages, a good 10 minutes walking around trying to find the bus stop. And so when I found the bus stop I needed, I was like, what is the reason? Like, why did that happen? Tell me why the place I'm living now in London, when I first moved in, was exploring the area. And I was like, wait, this place looks really familiar. And then I was like, oh my god, this is where I got lost that day. It sounds crazy, right? I don't know, looking back now, I kind of think it was a sign of like, you better get used to this area. Like, it could have happened anywhere. It just kind of felt like a full circle of like reassurance. I was just like, amazing. The universe works in amazing ways. It's okay to not be okay and to feel things harder than others. There's nothing wrong with you and you're not weird or abnormal. Don't let others undermine your emotions. Only you will ever know how you feel. Your feelings are subjective to you. You're allowed to not be okay and you shouldn't feel bad for feeling bad. You shouldn't feel bad for feeling bad. Don't let other people undermine your feelings or invalidate what you're saying. It's important. As a woman, I've had things said to me in a conversation and I was making a point of saying, I feel this way, you really upset me. And this person says, you're on your period, you're being too emotional, you don't know what you're talking about. Where's the correlation? Make that make sense. I'm on my period, so I'm too emotional. I don't know what I'm talking about. What a way to listen to someone else's feelings, eh? Because of the stereotypes that you've heard. You know, girls are too emotional when they're on their periods, they're angry. And you think, I can't control my emotions. It just blows my mind. It blew my mind. I think that needs to stop. As a girl, like in school, you would stand up for yourself. Typically, a boy would turn around and say, you're on your period, oh, calm down. It's like, what? Why is it when women try and stand up for themselves, automatically they're angry because they're on their period? Make that make sense. Be yourself, and over time you will naturally become more confident in yourself. As you grow up, your priorities will change. So any teenagers out there watching this, okay? Being a teenager is hard. It's not easy. We're constantly comparing ourselves to the next person, or we're wanting to fit in, wanting to be more beautiful, more desirable, more popular, whatever. But none of these things matter. The people in school who tried hard to be popular or dress 10 years older than their actual age, they look raggedy now. It's so awkward because the people I went to school with, I know they watch my YouTube videos, but if the shoe fits, let the shoe fit. Don't take the fun out of your youth by wishing it away or feeling you need to grow up too quickly. Like, just how fast the latest trends are replaced, that's how fast your life will change in the blink of an eye. Thinking of me being in school to where I am now, how did I get here? Like, it was literally so quick looking back now. Whereas when you're going through that stage, every single day feels like so long and dragged out. You're like, when will this end? Fast forward a few years, you find yourself looking back, you're like, that went quickly. It's about personal growth. Stop thinking about your eyebrows. Like, it sounds so silly, but your eyebrows do not matter. The shape of your brows doesn't matter. In society, we have been brainwashed to think that we're not beautiful in our most natural form because it doesn't match up to what you see in magazines or on social media. Like, even me today, even filming this video, why did I have to feel the need to slap on makeup? Even if I had no makeup on, I'd still be beautiful. It shouldn't change anything. It's so weird because like, as you grow up, you realize life gets busier. You have responsibilities and you realize what you look like does not matter. Me at 13 and me at 20, we're completely different people. I've been on social media from the age of 11, which is so scary to me. I went from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram, and you know, everywhere now you see like models, like pretty girls and just perfect shaped bodies, and I can't even imagine what it's like being 13 now. Trends change and things are temporary. If you're in school going through that stage in life that you all go through, you are beautiful the way you are. You don't need to change yourself You don't need to have the latest trends. There's so many pressures to look a certain way to fit in. Don't ever do that. Be yourself. It's okay to be indecisive. What's meant to be will be. What's meant for you will always be for you. I've learned to just trust my gut instinct more. Take the pressure off myself and just realize, okay, take your time if you need to. It's okay to take your time. And that your decisions that you make in life, they're not all permanent. I think I heard a quote one day. Someone said, you're always one step away from changing your life. It's always just been installed in my head that every decision I make now is going to impact my future. I'm talking about little things that don't matter. So like, I'll be in the shop, I'll be like, oh my god, should I get this brush here? Or do I get this brush? Like, just get any brush. Do you know what I mean? It's okay to change your mind as well. Especially when it comes to career choices. Oh my god, the way they tell you in school, you can't like change your mind. Okay, but what if I want to do this, and then I want to do this a little bit, and then a bit of this as well? How about that? It's like you have to pick one thing, and you have to stick to it. You can't change your mind. Just looking back now, the things I know now I wish I knew in school. Okay, number 16 says, be spontaneous. That's when the best memories are created. Money comes and goes, and so do friendships. So make the most of your experiences. Be spontaneous. Just live your life. Like, have fun. Live your life, make mistakes. That's what life's about. Number 17. What goes around comes around. Both karma and kindness. You choose which one slaps you in the face based on how you treat others. Oh damn! You're choosing to be a nasty person. Oh, karma's gonna slap you in the face. What you give off, you attract. So if I'm giving off positive vibes, I'm going to attract positivity. I'm opening up that space to receive that good energy. 18. Make time for your family and friends, as they truly are the ones who look out for you. They will check you when you're acting up, or check in on you when you're acting out of character. Your close circle truly adore you and will always be there for you no matter what. He supported me. Oh, I'm going to get so emotional. Oh god, I hate crying.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
In more ways imaginable. I'm not going to go too deep into this, obviously you can tell I'm getting emotional, but just make time. Life is short and good people don't come around twice. So make time for your loved ones, make time for your family, make time for your friends, and when you're going through something, talk about it. And just know you're not alone. You're going to make it through, and the people around you will support you, they will lift you up, and they will remind you that they're here and they're not budging. Like, don't ever feel like you're a burden to your family or a friend. Just prioritize your mental health. Like, your mental health comes first and the health of the people around you. I really do appreciate my family and friends. I have no words for the type of love I have for my family and friends. Like, you literally think like your heart can't grow more and more every day, but with these people in my life, my heart grows more and more. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. Oh my god. And that should have been on the list as well. Social media is literally the focus of everything. We're so like consumed by our phones. Put the phone down. Live in the present moment. Life is too short. By the way, there's so many more points I want to add, but I'm trying to keep this video as like quick and short as I can because I've been rambling on for like 3 hours now. Self-love is not selfish. Love yourself and take the time out of your day to check up on yourself regularly. Think about and reflect on how you're feeling, and also think about the things you want to attract in the next chapter of your life. That can literally mean tomorrow. If next chapter to you is tomorrow and what tomorrow brings, focus on what you want tomorrow to be like. You can write things down, you can say things out loud. Self-care, self-love is not selfish. I hate that it has to be self-care, self-love, love and care for yourself. We should be doing that. Like, why should you separate yourself from everyone else? I feel like the way I treat my family and friends and like the love I give to them, that's how I should treat myself, and it shouldn't be your self-care day today. No. Every day, love yourself every day. Self-care comes in many forms. If self-care to you is taking a nice bath, listening to some music, do that every single day if that makes you feel good. I get it, some of us like we're working 9 to 5, blah blah, but no, take the time out every day to make yourself feel good. Whether that's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, throughout the whole day, you need to practice positive self-talk. That's a form of self-care. This is the last point. Oh, there's so much more I want to say. Number 20, you will outgrow others. It's okay to outgrow people, situations and places. Never ever dim your light just to make others feel comfortable. Be confident in all areas of your life. Change is necessary and brutal for us all. I'm pretty sure when I post this video, I'm going to rewatch it and be like, oh my god, I want to delete it. I don't agree with what I said here anymore, because that's how quickly I change. Every day I'm evolving. Sometimes I say things I'm like, why did I say that? It happens to everyone. I'm aware of the fact that I'm constantly changing and evolving, and we'll outgrow things, places, situations, people, and it's okay. It's okay. You shouldn't feel bad. I'm pretty sure that there are people who are going to watch this video and be like, oh, you've changed. Okay, good, I'm glad, because like every day I want to evolve. I don't want to be the same person forever, just like I don't want to be 20 forever. I think that's all I have to say. Just like regardless of your age, I feel like it's good to check in. It helps a lot. Write down the major life lessons you've learned. Every day we're learning. Don't be harsh on yourself. You're growing. It's never too late. Chase your dreams, go for it. Don't limit yourself, and never give up. Never give up. If a child came up to you and said, let's play a game, like, okay, you're the dragon, you have to chase me or something, I doubt you're gonna be like, I'm not a dragon, I'm not chasing you. No, you're gonna be the dragon. You're gonna start roaring and, you know, making sure the child is happy. You're playing along with it, and you imagine, you know, being the dragon and blah blah blah, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know, be imaginative and don't lose hope. Just because you can't see the reward isn't there right in front of you, doesn't mean it's not worth chasing. Chase your dreams. Chase your dreams. Your reward will come. Never stop working hard, and just because you can't see the results instantly doesn't mean the results aren't on the way. So yeah, that is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a very long chit chat video, very spontaneous. I didn't plan to do this today, but I felt the need to, so I'm happy that I did. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to comment, share and subscribe also, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.